say we do. Because like those ones who are following Wike, whatever Wike says, we will do. Wike leads, we follow. And these are just the political options there, old and young. You know, here is another person who is also a Niger Delta from Rivers.
Well, we were aroused to the fact that peace has been brokered by the president yesterday evening, and that there is now reconciliation between the warring parties in the political crisis that has engulfed our state for over a year. But I have looked at the entire scenario, the pictures that came up, and the principal officers and gladiators that were involved in the so-called peace meeting. And I want to state with all sense of responsibility that I didn't see a reconciliation. I saw a surrender. You don't talk about peace when you are not talking about equity. You cannot talk about peace when you are not talking about fairness. A meeting with Mr. President, a meeting with the assembly members who are on the side of the FCT minister, and yet you saw only Governor Fubara, no person coming from that side. All the stakeholders are stakeholders that were on the side of the FCT minister. And so the conclusion is that Fubara went as a man. He went there singly, because if he carried the interest of the people and the embodiment of the desires of Rivers State, then we should have rather seen a more balanced delegation where you now talk about reconciliation and peace. And so I believe that was a surrender and not a reconciliation. Looking at what has happened before, of course, the president couldn't again broker a lasting peace deal in the first instance of meeting with them, because this peace was not also anchored on fairness. Until there is equality, until there is justice, sustainable and lasting peace cannot be said to have been achieved. And that's exactly the issue here. Because first of all, what was the reason for this war? What was the reason for the disagreement? It was about managing the state politically and economically. Governor Fubara has voiced this in so many places. It was about pushing a man to kowtow to the desire of a single person. And today, if all that is in the reconciliation is for everyone to go back and bow before the same man, and then it means we have returned to status quo. And so that cannot bring peace. Rivers State is a whole bunch of people with various desires and inclination. And if you want to bring peace to such a family, every person's interest must be taken into account.
So, whose interest then did Fubara go there to represent? His own interest. Now, if Fubara that raised the alarm, because he was the one who raised the alarm that when the Wike want to annex the state resources, for himself. Right? So the elders who now supported him, hoping that the Wike would never become Rivers State Tifnumbu. So if this guy went there, just like you have seen, so he's expecting to just go back to those people that he once told that the fight was about money and political control, and tell them that, you know what, forget about all I told you, and let us all just go back and kiss the ring. So if anyone is still going on TV to speak for Fubara, I don't know what to classify them as. So. And if anyone is going about as well to think they are stakeholders in with the Wike and Fubara's fight, again, I don't know what to tell you. I just hope that you can see that you are not, you are not by any chance have any seats at the table. You are not a guest at their dinner table. You are the menu. So it's now up to you to know what you are dealing with. Now, talking about the same with the Wike. Yesterday, where the Wike took his time, 8 minutes of his time to lambast Peter Obi. Why? Peter Obi, in his recent kind of like way or style, took his time to condemn the Wike's FCT ministry that spent 39 billion naira to renovate ICC, International Conference Center in Abuja, like town hall, you know. How could you do that? So he spoke about it. With the Wike's response is more not about, you know, the money laundering that currently going on, right? It was about Obi's personality. Please sit back and listen. I know this sometimes probably will be like annoying, right? They actually said this.
There are people who will just because of talking sick. Talking sick. I will tell you something. When PDP had no problem, we went to Anambra State for gubernatorial campaign. And when we finished that campaign, we went to somebody's house for entertainment. So I just sat down. Come and see the best of drinks. Crystal, this. So I called him. I said, sir, you are providing crystal champagne here. But every day you tell people that you wear only one shoe. You carry only bag, only you. But look at champagne here. Not just champagne, crystal. Why do we deceive Nigerians? Why can't we tell ourselves the simple truth? What you preach is not what you practice. And you know, we like to hear such thing. We like to hear such a thing. And that is being deceitful. And these are the kind of things that I tell Nigerians, look, don't allow people to deceive you. People who are preaching that they care for you, they don't care for you, they don't think about you. They're only trying to use you to climb. Like somebody said, they are hungry. Was speaker for 8 years, he was not hungry. Was governor for 8 years, he was not hungry. Was minister for 8 years. Only when he left that office, he became hungry. And you are telling Nigerians that, are you being fair? You Nigerians too should be able to ask, why are you talking to me like this? My mother said that she didn't go to school. Does not mean she doesn't hear shut up. No, you don't tell me this kind of stories. I don't need to be a PhD holder for me to understand that you are telling lies. You are hungry for power. You want how you take power, but you won't take the power. You won't take it. Because we won't give power to those who tell lies. Those who provide crystal in their house and come out and say, we don't need it. Don't need it. Nigerians are hungry. All we need now is to see You. What's something else? So, and that's what I tell our people, these things are not going to work. We must learn. We must see those who are sincere, who are truthful, who said, we will do this and we'll do it. Yes, there could be some challenges. There could be some challenges. And that's the essence of leadership. Nobody, no leader can succeed without taking decisions that will have challenges. No leader can succeed without taking decisions that people will say something. People must say something. People must say something. Because if you don't take that decision, people will say something. If you take a decision, people will say something. Therefore, say something. And that's, for me, that's all about what we're not here to make big men happy, no. We're here to make, not to make only big men happy. We're here to make poor people happy. And also to make big men happy. But what will move this country forward? And that's what the president has shown. We'll continue to support Mr. President and thank him for giving us the opportunity to be part of this success story. To be part of this success story. You know, you can be a part of an administration that's not successful. I'm happy. I'm part of an administration that's successful. Very, very happy. Whether you like it, you don't like it, the truth must be told. If you say, if you know how president is working, come to Abuja. Take it from there. You know that the president is doing very, very well. So I'm not here talking because of party or no party. At this the life we are now, we should be able to tell people the simple truth. Even though me and you will quarrel sometimes. But you're my leader. In the South politics, as far as South politics is concerned, you're the leader. Nobody can take away that from you. It's not by your power, but that's how God wants it at this time. I don't want you to be one of those people whom God has given seat. And then every day you are afraid for nothing. No. You be governor for 8 years. Successful governor in that matter. Successful governor in that matter. A governor who can go back home today and say yes, and people follow you. And a successful Senate president. I don't want to talk about when you are a minister. I don't want to talk about one. I just want the one I know very well. You did very well. Is the one I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Because what I don't have facts, I don't talk about it. But as governor, I have the facts. I was the Minister of State Education. I came there and I saw. So I will talk about that. As a minister now, as a Senate president, I can see it, I can talk about it. The other one I do not know, I cannot talk about.
Nuisance Lele. Nuisance Lele.
Yeah, that's with the Wike. He said more, but let's save our time. So the point there was that he was responding to Peter Obi condemning the use of 39 billion naira to renovate a hall when public schools are dilapidated, teachers are unpaid, and all that such you get, like that money can really do a lot. That's what Wike was responding to. And at the same time, adding that of Rotif Miamichi. You know, they were there to commission, what do you call it, to commission 2-kilometer rehabilitated road. You know, and he used that medium to, you know, you went to Peter Abi, na my memory, they do me somehow. Peter Obi doesn't smoke, he doesn't drink. Does he? No, it doesn't. But does that mean that these Nigerian billionaires and all that, does that mean that they don't have drinks at home, like their bars and all that? So you visited somebody, and you visited his home, where you went to a campaign in Anambra. That's what he said. That when he saw Peter Obi's bar, expensive drinks and all of that. So you are a drunk. He gave you expensive drinks because, yeah, you are a state governor. He is no longer a state governor when you became governor. So that simply means that when you went there to campaign in Anambra with PDP, Obi wasn't governor. He's a former Abi. So you go to his house, and the only thing you could remember from that house is the kind of drinks you saw in his bar. And that is his response for spending 39 billion. Yeah, I have one watch. I have this. How does that relate to spending 39 billion naira to renovate a hall? And they were there clapping for him. Akpabiole, a thief that stole over 4 trillion naira. Over 4 trillion naira. He was a minister, the minister of Niger Delta under Bukwari. Yeah? Over 4 trillion naira looted by this rogue. And this was a guy who also stole over 107 billion naira when he was governor. It was because of this corruption that he had to go and join APC. Because when he finished as governor in 2015, he was in the Senate. He was one of those governors that went to go and retire in the Senate. It was from that Senate that they arrested him for stealing 107 billion as governor. Few weeks after his arrest by the EFCC and release, Akpabiole decamped to APC. By the end of 2019, by the end of, when was he made the minister again? No, I think he stopped being governor in 2011, and then 2015, he was senator. So a senator of PDP, then he decamped to APC, then he became a minister. This Akpabiole. And since then, his corruption case, so even the one off your mic, it's okay. Honorable minister, it's okay, off your mic. They were probing over 4 trillion naira missing in the NDDC and the Ministry of Niger Delta, which he happened to be the minister. Scandal. But today he's number 3 man in Nigeria. And according to Wike, Akpabiole, that Wike will still call a thief tomorrow if the account switch again now. The same Wike. Anyway, I'll leave him. And talking about Akpabiole, it wasn't just Wike that entered Peter Obi. Akpabiole took his time too, because those who came to their Nigerian Senate as Labour Party senators, most of them have already joined APC. They have not joined other parties like go and join PDP or go and join SDP. They have mostly joined APC. And the latest one is this announcement, but take a look at Akpabiole. Obedience.
This is notice of defection from the Labour Party to the All Progressives Congress. This is very important for the benefit of this country and the peace of this nation. May distinguished Senator Neda step forward as you move graciously to your new party, and please approach the chair for a handshake. Senator Leader, please bring your people.
There is too much preoccupation with politics and 2027. Maybe there's too much concentration on receiving defectors all across the country, and people are not looking at it. Please, Mr. President, because the business of the Nigerian people
for which we were all elected, all of us and the President of the Federal Republic, it's not moving forward. That is the one in this chamber